Preston tosses it away. Spencer on the move. Castle can get upstairs. McCain. Nice pass. To Filipowski.
DJ Burns at NC State advancing to the Sweet 16.
And Canyon at the Sweet 16 in Los Angeles.
You know, I wonder what Jesus was thinking in these final moments, walking up to the final moments of his life while he's in Jerusalem. He had been traveling for most of his life, especially going from Galilee to Bethany and Nazareth and then to Jerusalem, all of which would have been several days' travel by foot. I mean, geez, coming up here, and I'll tell you where we are in a second, I was in the car for 40 minutes, and that's a lot of thinking time to wonder about what my groceries are going to be at the end of the day when I go to the store, or maybe even what I'm going to do this weekend with the family. It's a lot of thinking time. And I wonder for Jesus, in these final moments of walking to the cross, he's becoming more and more aware of what this reality is going to be as he's settling into the work that God has been ushering and working through in his life. This divine person, yes, but also person, human person in Jesus. What was he thinking? I kind of wonder if he had a thought of, am I enough? Am I going to be able to accomplish this task? Am I going to be charismatic enough to talk to the people during these heavy moments? Am I going to be loud enough or profound enough or proficient enough to be able to share this experience of salvation with all that are waiting for it? He just walking in on Palm Sunday, having experienced a whole crowd of people throwing palm branches and their cloaks down for him to walk in on a donkey, and then now in these final days walking up to it wondering, am I going to live up to all of their expectations? There's some of that struggle. There's probably a lot of people who have wondered if they're going to be enough. And while we're celebrating in this week, starting the beginning of March Madness and all of the college basketball that's going to be going on over the next week or so, I wonder if there's a lot of students that thought that, particularly the high school students, those high school basketball proficient, almost like prodigies in their hometowns. They're too big for their courts. They're too big of a personality, too big of a player. And they're starting to move from high school into college, and they're wondering, am I going to be enough to be able to live up to the scholarship that I got and to the expectations that this new team is going to have for me? And they settle into now a much bigger pond than what they were in. And in this space, here they are at maybe UNC playing basketball in the midst of a grand tournament, and they're thinking, God, am I enough? Maybe you've had some of those thoughts yourself. Am I enough? I know I certainly have. Last week was a profound moment for me. I got to spend some time in conversation with some colleagues who interviewed me for ordination, and they asked me a whole bunch of questions. This is something I've been working on for years. And while those questions are going on, while that interview is going on, I'm thinking the whole time, am I enough? Are my answers enough? Are my work that I've shown, is it enough to be able to be accepted by this group of people? I am thankful and I celebrate the people that have around me and all of my friends at Front Streets that have been a part of this journey, my family and everyone who has brought me to this place, and to say that that team, they interviewed me and said that I was. I didn't necessarily need them to, but I felt like I wanted it. And maybe you too, like any of these other players that are out here wondering if I am enough. They want their coaches, they want their family, they want their fans to tell them they are enough. They don't need that, but they want that. You too want that. So that question that you're holding on to, am I enough? See, here's the thing for this week. For this week alone, hold it truthfully for yourself. That this journey that Jesus walks through all the way to the cross, all the way to that sacrificial moment of giving himself up, it was for you. That is Jesus saying in that profound moment that you are enough. Nothing you needed to do, not even being born yet, for Jesus to already say that about you, that you are enough. Take that truth into Holy Week as we continue on to Easter.